Thanks so much for staying with us. Just hours ago, we got a statement from Florida Crystals in response to concerns about the sugar industry and its potential role in the algae crisis. Now, they released a statement that reads in part, quote, "The algae blooming along Florida's coastal waterways is concerning to everyone, and it is understandable that many are anxious for answers. But farmers south of Lake Okeechobee are not the cause of the blooms." They went on to say the fact is the waterways experiencing the algal blooms are northeast of our farming region. Now, everyone agrees our waterways are facing an emergency with these toxic algae blooms, but not everyone can agree on how to fix the problem. We reached out to U.S. Sugar for comment on this issue. They would not go on camera, but they did provide two people willing to talk about the sugar industry and its impact locally. Joining me now is Karson Turner, a local business owner and Hendry County Commissioner, as well as John Hundley, the owner of Hundley Farms. And John's farms grow crops as well as sugar cane for U.S. Sugar, Sugar Growers Cooperative, as well as other producers. Thank you so much both for joining us here tonight. And gentlemen, there has been a lot of finger pointing for years. The sugar industry has been blamed for polluting the Everglades, specifically the runoff, mostly from U.S. sugar farmers. Is the sugar industry to blame for this algae crisis? Let me start with you, Commissioner.
Well, I would say absolutely not. I think that data point after data point shows that the water coming into the lake on the north side is tremendously dirtier than the water that is running off of the farm fields south of the lake. We've implemented a tremendous amount of best management practices throughout the years, and year after year, the farms south of Lake Okeechobee are showing that they routinely have water that is cleaner, that is going back into the system, and for the most part, there is none of that water that is going back into the system. It is being used on those farms. So I think that you have a big target that's out there, and it's easy to want to have someone to villainize, but I don't think that's correct.
John, you're a farmer. I'm sure you get this a lot. What is your take on this?
Well, I'm a third-generation farmer, and we started our 82nd year in Palm Beach County in the EAA, and very proud of what we do. We produce a lot of fresh vegetables as well. We're investing millions of dollars in food safety buildings for the fresh vegetables. So it's not just the sugar industry that gets impacted. Taking land out of production just does not seem to be the proper thing to do. There's already land that's been purchased within the basin that I think has to be used first, and the projects need to keep that momentum coming so that that the water can be clean going into the basin, into the estuaries.
Now, last year there was an opportunity for the governor in the South Florida Water Management District to purchase some 46,000 acres south of Lake Okeechobee to essentially be used as retention ponds, to build reservoirs. However, they passed on the chance to buy that land. Many people are saying they made the wrong decision because this could have been part of the solution. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think that's really the crux of the discussion point for me. You hear the phrase, buy the land, send the water south. It sounds so simple, it sounds so easy, it's the quick fix. The reality is that's not going to be the solution. Buying the land would simply take our eyes off the prize of completing $2.5 billion worth of projects that we have with SERP and SEP. And I know that those aren't short-term solutions either. I think, having the concept of buying land is one of the most negative impacting results one of the most negative impacting issues that could occur, and I think that it would disrupt the whole process.
But occur because of your community.
Oh, it would absolutely it would be so detrimental to our community to take those lands out of production. I mean, the job loss and all of that would basically create ghost towns around the southern end of the lake. But I think from a standpoint of, most importantly, it takes the focus off of the projects that need to be completed. There is no short-term solution to this issue. This is a very large beast whenever we're talking about the footprint of 730 square miles of Lake Okeechobee and the entire Kissimmee watershed that flows in on the northern end. That is where the problem and the focus needs to be. The water coming in on the north end and how dirty it is, and how do we stop that process and perhaps maybe stack a little bit more and slow the process down, and there is no temporary fix.
Well, we hope that at some point we can all come together to find a solution to this problem that is plaguing our waterways. Gentlemen, thank you both so much for joining us here tonight. I appreciate you coming in on the program.
Thank you.
Tiffany, back to you.